Bettering yourself. Don't you want to better yourself? Don't you want to hit more goals in your life? Aren't you sick of being stuck in one area of your life? You want to grow into something else? Well, I'm going to give you some tips of how to actually do that. Before anything starts, you have to actually acknowledge what you want to better yourself at. And there are many things you could either do physically, whether it's losing weight or exercising, whatever. Mentally, changing your mindset, the way you're thinking. I realize that's a very important part of your life. Financially, whether you want to have or make more money. Educational, you could better grades or, whatever. But before you get into even that, you have to have a balance of everything, because that's what life is. You can't just focus on finances or just focus on physical appearance or mentally. It has to be a balance, a diversification of everything. That's right, diversification. Look it up, I know words. So, that is what you have to look at first. So once you realize what you have to do, you have to realize this equation, that input equals output. There's no fancy complex mathematical equation, no quadratic formulas. Okay, so you have to realize that whatever you put in, the time, effort, and energy that you put into something, whatever that something is, that's what you get out of it. If you put hours of studying into a class, you would expect to have a better outcome, a higher grade. Whether you exercise more or watch the things you eat, that would have a better outcome of weight loss or muscle gain or whatever. So you can't put nothing in and expect something out, because that would be like 0 equals 1. It doesn't. If you put 0 in, you're getting 0 out. So if you want 1, you have to put in 1. So if you want a 10, you have to put in a 10. It seems like many people are expecting to get a 10, an output of 10, when they're inputting like a 2. It doesn't work. You have to put in the time, energy, and everything to get that. And that's the important thing that you have to realize. Now there's this old saying, good things happen to people that wait. Now that is fairly true. Some things you have to be patient at. Some things you can't rush. However, you can't always be waiting. You have to do something. You can't just expect to have the right moment to start something. You're never going to have time. It's as simple as that. You always put off things. It's called procrastination. We all have done it. I'll do it later. I'll have more time later. No, you're not. So why don't you make time now? It's like you're thinking that you have no time at all, when in reality you're actually wasting time on things. So stop waiting. You need to make time now and start changing now. Start putting in more inputs to have greater outputs. So hopefully your life will become better. And that would create other people around you. They would notice these things, and everyone will become a better person. So why don't you start this new way of thinking and create something better for yourself?